What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Anime Double Hunt, and I hope everyone's having an awesome day. Today I'll be reviewing chapter 321 of Black Clover. Now, in all honesty, before reading this chapter, I was a bit irritated because Twitter would not stop shoving spoilers up in my face. Like, oh my god, Twitter is so annoying for that. Like, it's the hardest, like, when you really want to read a chapter, when you want to find out what happens next, and you're trying your absolute best to stop yourself from looking on Reddit and peeking through those spoilers, but Twitter just keeps showing you panels after panel. After you unfollowed the Black Clover topic, like, bro, after you unfollowed anime, manga, and they just keep shoving that shit up your feed, like, it's such annoying. But anyways, this was a really dope chapter. I really enjoyed it. We had some character development for a character who's been around in the story for a while, who's been looked at as nothing but a nuisance, but Tabata decided to give him some character development, which I really thought was great for him. And man, I can't wait to get into that. And Asta, man, Asta, bro, please don't die. But at the same time, Asta is such a true Magic Knight. Like, the word Magic Knight needs to be defined by Asta. Like, when you type in Magic Knight on Google, you need to see Asta. Like, I swear, that's exactly what a Magic Knight should be. Like, salute to Asta before we even get into the review. Man, Tabata, do your thing. I'm really liking what Tabata's doing as of right now. Like, what a way to, like, slowly close out an arc. Like, I really thought after we saved Yami and them, like, it was pretty much over, but looks like it's not. So anyways, before we get into the review, if you're new to Anime Double Hunter, welcome. Here on the show we cover all sorts of awesome Black Clover content, weekly reviews, backstories, ability explain videos. Sometime next week I'll be dropping Star Magic explain video, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Subscribe if you want that coming straight to your feed, and all the other fun stuff I mentioned. Drop a like if you end up enjoying the video, and comment down below what you thought of the chapter. Now, with that being said, let us begin. So we immediately pick up the chapter from, like, where we left off, and we're actually diving a little bit more into Seke's point of view on this whole disaster, and he's thinking to himself, why am I in the middle of this? He then starts to blame Lucifero for all this happening. He says first there was that ancient demon, following that was a big army of those monsters, and then it was a huge freaking clump of all of them together. He then says, finally, he single-handedly took out all of the captains, and he took out the king of those monsters. And we see Sege, he's on the ground, bro. He can't even stand up. He's trembling like crazy. And he says to himself, they're all gonna die. There's no way they can win this. And yet, still standing up to him, as we see right in front of Lucifero, getting ready to attack. And call me crazy, but this reminded me of Flotch when all the scouts were dying and the Beast Titan was just going ham. Like, he felt like there was absolutely no way they could win. They all were gonna die, Aaron and them were gonna lose. Like, I swear this moment just reminds me of that. Just want to point that out there. Comment down below if this also reminds you of that too. But moving on. Lucifero's pissed as well that Yuno's in his face, and he says, that little brat, give him to me. He's referring to Asta. Right before Lucifero lands an attack on Yuno does his conjunction magic, his star magic. And he manages to teleport and get up out of there. And he manages to maneuver himself around and get right behind Lucifero. He lands an attack, but he can't cut him. It's at this moment Yuno realizes that the answer is Lucifero and Yuno are in two complete dimensions when it comes to strength. Like, Lucifero is way stronger than Yuno could ever imagine. Right before Lucifero can get a chance to retaliate against Yuno, Mariolona appears behind Lucifero and attacks him. And really shout out to Mariolona. Like, bro, she refuses to give up. Like, bro, she's not folding whatsoever. Like, she doesn't give a fuck, bro. Like, she keeps going for the attack, which I totally respect. And even Lucifero acknowledges, like, he says, like, her magic power is rising. And as Mariolona gets sent flying back, she says to Yuno, I'm glad you made it to the battlefield, brat number 2. Let's do this. And Yuno's like, yeah, let's get it. So they then go on to fight Lucifero. But in the meantime, we then jump back to Seke, who's next to Mimosa, who's currently healing Asta. Seke thinks to himself, I can now move. It is because of Yuno's magic. Then recalls that him and Yuno joined the Magic Knights at the same time, but Yuno's he's on a different level. He then adds, in addition to his four-leaf grimoire, he heard that Yuno's Prince of Spade Kingdom. He then goes on to say, guess they were different before they were born. He then says, anyway, he should try and bail with this royal cutie, referring to Mimosa. He then says to Mimosa, let's leave this to them and get her out of here. I, Seki, the man who has been recognized by the king himself, shall protect you. And he looks to Mimosa, who is currently healing Asta. He can't believe that Mimosa is healing Asta in the middle of all this is going on. He then tries to suggest for them to run away together, and Mimosa tells him to please shut up. Which, in all honesty, I'm pretty sure anyone who was reading the chapter felt the same way. Like, at a time like this where things are so hectic, she's trying to focus all her attention on healing Asta, who's on the verge of death. This man is still trying to play a character that he's not, that we all know he's not. Like, bro, just shut the fuck up. But moving on, and we then dive into Mimosa, who reveals to us that she actually wants to run away herself with Asta, but she can't because that isn't what Asta wants. She knows Asta wants to help out and fight, so she's trying to heal him. And Seki is thinking to himself, like, what the hell are you saying? Like, is this a guy? And then Seki then says himself, Asta is. And right before he could finish this, Seki recalls all the moments that Asta has made him insecure, or made him feel insecure. We then get a little Seki flashback, and we then come to find out that back in his hometown, he was at the top. He always thought his life was going to be really great. We then get a little dialogue with the villagers saying to Seki, you're awesome. I'm just gonna stay here and take over my family when it's time. And the other dude says, I'm gonna find myself a girlfriend and make her happy. While Seki gets ready to leave, he thinks to himself, you idiots don't compare a crappy life with mine. He then says this is all of Asta's fault. If he didn't run into him, which is kind of crazy. Like I don't that's part made me dislike Seki's little character development. But later towards the end of the chapter it became much better. But anyways, we then jump to back when they had to take the exam, and he's thinking to himself, damn it, why the hell I have to participate in this? Asta then recognizes Seki and says to him, and he thought he was a jerk, but if he made it this far, he must have gotten strong. And he says they should both do their best. So we basically this all has to do with insecurity. You know, Seki is really insecure. He wishes he could be like Asta, but at the same time, you know, with who he is, he can't. We then jump back to the present, and Mimosa, she realizes that she doesn't have enough magic left, and Asta's recovery isn't going well. But in the middle, while she's trying to help him recover, the spell breaks. And we see Asta get up, and Mimosa's like telling him like, yo, Asta, like you can't fight, like you're in no condition to fight. And we see Asta trying to go help Yuno, and he's saying just wait a little longer. And Mimosa realized that her voice can't no longer reach him, and she says to Asta, I'm begging you, please don't die. And she says right now the only thing that's driving Asta-san is, and she doesn't finish that thought, but it's Yuno. We all know it's Yuno. You know, Asta doesn't want to get left behind. He wants to, you know, keep on being Yuno's rival, so he won't let Yuno get the upper hand. He's gonna keep, and I gotta be honest, man, that's some crazy type of will, but he's no condition to fight, man. He can't fight right now. And Seki's like, he doesn't get this at all. He says to Asta, you're still a wreck. What do you think you're gonna do out there? Not even all the magic knights together were a match for him. What's the point of going over there? You're a peasant with no magic whatsoever, and yet you somehow. And he then remembers how Asta was trying to fight Lucifero, giving his all and whatnot. He then also remembers the flashback of him trying to talk to Noelle and getting rejected, and you know, all the other stuff. And he says to himself, damn it, god damn it all this time, why did I never try to become stronger the way you did? As we see Asta try to go help Yuno, and he says to Yuno, I'm on my way, and Asta is just all fucked up. We then get the words, this is what a magic knight looks like, and that is how we end the chapter. So all in all, I really enjoyed this chapter. Man, I think Asta might really die. Like, I really think he might die, because there's no way Asta's getting out of this, like, for real. Anyways, man, what a chapter. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think, how this arc is going to wrap up, how this fight is going to end. Drop a like if you end up enjoying the video. Hit the subscribe button for more awesome Black Clover content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Have an awesome day.